All right, shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel. Before I get started, I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem, Rechakwadash. Double honors to my apostles and my elders, a great millstone who lead, teach, and brew well. Love and honor to my fellow Akim, pushing the word in true faith and sincerity across the four corners. Shalom, peace and blessings to the sincere listeners and the sincere subscribers of the Men and Doctrine Great Millstone. This is the brother Yedai from Atlanta, and doing a quick lesson here. This article from yesterday, January 30th, 2024, the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble, definitely. And this is from CNN, and it's the title is Undercover Israeli Troops Dressed as Medical Staff Killed 3 Militants in West Bank Hospital Raid, officials say. This is pretty late breaking news. I saw it late yesterday on the television, I believe. But had this article pulled up. And this is from CNN Jerusalem. It says, Israeli special forces dressed as civilians and medical staff infiltrated the Ibn Sina hospital in the occupied West Bank city of Jenin on Tuesday and killed 3 Palestinian men, according to Israeli and Palestinian officials. CCTV footage shared on social media appeared to show around a dozen commandos disguised as nurses, women in hijabs. That's off. And others, with one pushing a wheelchair and another carrying a baby car seat as they stormed the hospital corridor carrying assault weapons. And, I'm just going to report the news, here as it's written. I'm not going to put too much social commentary into it. But this just goes to show you, the times that we're in, man. We're truly in, man. World War III could have very well started. I'll just put it that way, man. We are incredibly close, if not already in, or definitely quickly approaching, the war to end all wars, man. It says the hospital said the 3 men were sleeping at the time of the attack. One of those killed was claimed by Hamas as a member. The other 2 were claimed by Islamic Jihad, another militant group. Hamas said all 3 were also Jenin Brigade fighters, an umbrella group of armed Palestinian factions in the West Bank city. The disguised special forces infiltrated the hospital individually, headed to the 3rd floor, and assassinated the young men, Palestinian state news agency WAFA reported, citing sources from inside the hospital. While Israel's war has raged in Gaza for nearly 4 months, the conflict has also spilled over into the occupied West Bank. At least 381 Palestinians have been killed there since the Hamas attacks in Israel on October 7th, with residents facing increasing restrictions and settler violence. But Tuesday's killings represent one of the boldest Israeli raids since the war began, and experts have warned the IDF's attack may have violated international humanitarian law. And that's one, if not the main point. I'm not going to read the whole article. Lord willing, I'll leave the link in description. But this attack that happened yesterday, was reported yesterday, it may have very well broken international law when it comes to rules of engagement. There's rules of engagement when it comes to conflict and warfare, man. In which we know that these devils, man, they don't adhere to rules of engagement. But they're the top agent of that. But really, in a sense, man, all these countries and military forces, they all fight dirty anyway, man. It's just a matter of what gets caught and what gets reported. And we're just in the time in the season that a lot of these things are coming to light. So I am going to get the excerpt from 2nd Ezra, the 4th chapter. I'm gonna start at verse 26. Okay, this is it's always something in Atlanta, boy. Second Ezra 4:26. Then answered he me and said, the more thou searchest, the more thou shalt marvel, for the world hasteth fast to pass away. And this is, if I'm not mistaken, Uriel. Yep. This is the angel Uriel addressing and speaking with Esdras. And if you go higher in the chapter, for the sake of time, I'm not going to get too deep into deep into it. But if you go higher into the chapter, it's pretty much the angel Uriel addressing Esdras as it comes to certain matters, mainly Esdras being overly questioning in a sense, meaning trying too tough to understand the ins and outs and intricacies of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shem Shai. And man, it's so crazy out here. It's so crazy in Atlanta, man. But get the fuck out of here. But mainly, like I said, going higher into the chapter, Slacky, man, it's just so much going on out here right now. It's fucking vexing as hell. Which, you know what? They go right into the scriptures. I'll read that again, man. Second Ezra 4:26, in which, Esdras was inquiring Uriel on definitely more serious and major things of the Most High Yahweh Shema Shai. But I just said that just being in Babylon the Great, man, it's just, we're just submersed in the spirit of vexation, man, constantly. 2 Ezra 4:26. Then answered he me and said, the more thou searchest, the more thou shalt marvel, for the world hasteth fast to pass away, and cannot comprehend the things that are promised to the righteous in time to come. For this world is full of unrighteousness and infirmities. In which, just going into, that particular incident, really in terms of, going into this particular chapter and, these verses, it's more so just an illustration and a reminder to, to us all that this world is quickly passing away, man. We're in a time and in a season that it was prophesied that prophecy would move fast, and that these things, as far as these major end times prophecies, would happen quickly. I recently did a lesson going into who was it? NVIDIA, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. If it's not NVIDIA's, yeah, it is. I believe it was an NVIDIA or AMD. But going to these chip makers and chip manufacturers, and how pretty much business is booming, man. As far as the production of all these chips, once again tying into end time prophecies. The end time prophecy, speaking upon there being the MOTB, the MOTB, before I say it and get snatched by YouTube's algorithm. Reading again, man. I'm reread this again because as I speak, I just see, more likely than not, an Israelite just on the sidewalk, just, laid out sleep. And all type of other, man, be here all night. Rereading that. 2 Ezra 4:27. And cannot comprehend the things that are promised to the righteous in time to come. For this world is full of unrighteousness and infirmities. You see, like I said, just this chapter and these verses serving as yet another reminder that, we shouldn't have a burning desire to be and elevate in this world, because this world is corrupted. This world is, as the scriptures say, unrighteous. This world is full of unrighteousness and infirmities and sickness, not only physical sickness, but also spiritual sickness, man. you know? And just seeing, the type of tactics in which, it's warfare, like, yeah, it's to a certain extent is, kind of understandable, the extremes that, people would go in terms of protecting, their country and their best interest, But like I said, these are just signs and events to show how close to the end we truly are. Verse 28. But as concerning the things whereof thou askest me, I will tell thee, for the evil is sown, but the destruction thereof is not yet come. You see, so even now, just once again, just using this military attack just to shed light on really how low these devils are getting ready to go, whether they violated international law or not, because that's kind of what I heard yesterday. When I first saw this report on television yesterday, they said that more than likely it violated international law. But of course, they said if those militants were pretty much like hijacking the hospital or barricading themselves into the hospital, then it could be declared not to be against international war laws, But like I said, I'm just reporting on this article and this incident as it's written, you see what I'm saying, without digging too deep into it and trying to, extract the lawfulness of it, you know what I'm saying, in terms of, the lawfulness of it in terms of, like I said, rules of engagement. But like I said, just once again, just using this to show how things are moving fast, man, And like I said, that the evil is already sown, you see? And yes, there's, man. And yes, man, I would move right now, but I just, yeah, man, the wickedness in this world is crazy, man. And like I said, like I was saying, the promises for the righteous that are held up and stored up, they haven't been manifested and fulfilled yet. But us seeing the levels of wickedness and evil, not only in necessarily this situation, so to speak, that I'm speaking of right now in the article, but I'm saying in a broader, more general sense, man, it's evil. It's evil as a mug out here, man. Okay. Continue on verse 29. If therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down, and if the place where the evil is sown pass not away, then cannot it come that is sown with good. And you see, like I said, this is the main point that Lord, when I'm bringing the light in this particular lesson, is the timing of it, the brazenness of it, At this point, I'm going to use my words wisely to not get picked. At a certain point, certain factions and certain governments will stoop as low as possible, to, like I said earlier, preserve their best interests, But as the scriptures say, that which is sown is going to have to be turned upside down. Okay. And the next seeds to be planted are going to be seeds of good and righteousness, in which righteousness will grow and flourish in the kingdom of the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, ruled first and foremost, primarily by, of course, our Lord and Savior, Yahweh Shai. You see? I think that's the point. Let me see. I could go a little bit more, but there was someone I wanted to get. Okay, I'm going to jump down a little bit and close out. 2 Ezra 4 and 30 and 33, it says, then I answered and said, how and when shall these things come to pass? Wherefore are our years few and evil? You see? So once again, Ezra's asking the angel Uriel, burning questions upon his spirit, in which, we all have those moments, man, but the thing about this interaction in this chapter that you'll see is that the angel Uriel is pretty much guiding and teaching Ezra's how to, know when to pull it back, man. There's a time and a place and a season where you don't have to know and understand everything, man. Of course, it's good to be curious and have that unction to, know all things. But there's also times that really the understanding comes by patience and enduring and observing and, going through that process. Finishing out, 2 Ezra 4 and 34. Even like this, even like what I'm bringing out right now in the article, as far as, okay, yeah, you can delve into the depths of it if, you could look up, find video surveillance or, get multiple sources on it or, delve into the international law. Hey, man, at the end of the day, it is what it is. It was what it was. And how can we definitely pin this in the scope of prophecy? Boom. It's a sign of the times. It's a sign of how this conflict between the state of Israel and certain groups and really in essence, Palestine, but, these factions and these groups and these governments are getting to that point to where it's getting to the point. It's looking very, very, possible, if not likely, that's getting to the point of no return, man. Verse 34, and he answered me saying, do not thou hasten above the most highest, for thy haste is in vain to be above him, for thou haste much exceeded. You see? So like I said, I wasn't intending to use the article in the sense of, even necessarily being too focused on the state of Israel and, what they got going on. At the end of the day, it's a measuring stick. It's a way for us to measure and understand this conflict a little bit better, to understand how this is going to interact and affect geopolitics and the way the world sees and views the state of Israel. It's going to and you got to look at it this way, too. When it comes down to that international law, if you as a country agree with certain laws and now you begin to backdoor or renege on certain things, that can very well have an effect on your allies and your enemies. You see what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, like I said, even though, the Most High Yahweh Shemi Shai is definitely raising a spirit of haste upon us, continuing to hold us to and the standard, to do the things that will be required of the elect in order to obtain salvation. At the end of the day, we all still have to wait and not overly haste what the Most High is bringing down, because the Most High is bringing it down, man, meaning that these things are happening, and these things are happening at a high rate, man. And these are major things that are happening. For Israeli commandos to go in there and to break into a hospital. And we read the article, what they did as far as, the attire and the dress and all of that, and knowing exactly where they were and going there and killing the people in their sleep. Hey, man, it's hot. It's hot. So with it being hot, hey, let it cook. Let it cook. The Most High is definitely controlling that temperature, man. That thing hot, man. Just do our part to maintain that flame, so to speak, man. We don't have to be overly hot, but definitely in the spirit, man, don't be overly cold either. So with that, I'm gonna close out. Once again, before I close out, I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem, Rachakwadash, double honors to my apostles and my elders of Great Millstone who lead, teach, and rule well. Love and honor my fellow Akim, pushing the word in truth, faith, and sincerity across the four corners. Shalom, peace and blessings to the sincere listeners and the sincere subscribers of the Men Doctrine Great Millstone. Lord willing, been edified. Till next time, shalom.